Good morning, everybody. Let's get out of this. Holy shit. There we go. There's a couple interesting things going on here actually right now on BTC. There's just a level on here right now that I'm looking at that like I would absolutely short. Okay. I have to do more updating on the chart before I determine where I'd even take that, but I like that level quite a bit. It's a short. Last week, what I'd said was I'm going to be looking for a deviation here. I literally haven't changed the drawing. Like we deviated this perfectly just as expected, bounced exactly off of this level as planned. Got to move up, took out this high, came back down, and now we're in limbo. Prices forming a range, which, ultimately we're going to look to break out of. This was my path from our weekly analysis. We got the deviation as expected. I shorted it down, closed half of my trade here, set to break even. It did get the move up. Like I said, this was kind of that key zone where we either move up or move down from here. Price deviated the path on September 4th like we had planned, deviated, it got the move up, and now we're just ranging out of it. So last week's trading plan was really clean. Everything pretty much, I mean, for the most part, a lot of it went according to plan. It was really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up, and then I just want to update the levels, and then I'm gonna write out a journal, and we'll see if there's anything actionable from there. But today I'm not gonna get too, the only thing really I would look to do would probably be just that that short, if anything. Hmm. 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 Mm-hmm. You know, I'm going to be honest with you, without even really getting too much into this right now, I'm not really interested in shorting alts. I think shorting alts is not a good move in general. I think that BTC is going to range and alts are going to have a run in the coming weeks, months. We're about to hit previous month high or previous week high. Yeah, I mean, this area is resistance. I personally, I wouldn't want to short this. No, I wouldn't want to short this. I think because, one, because it's an alt, but two, we're well above previous day high. All right, so potential area of support down here. Price, if we look at this as being a range, I don't even know where I'd draw this out to. Probably here. If we look at this as being like a local range, price has deviated the low here, flipped this area into support, and has momentum to the upside insofar that it's having a really nice daily candle. We're just next to previous week high. Maybe if it came in and deviated, right? But I just don't see this not getting taken out again, and I can explain a little bit more as to why. If we Draw these out. All right, so here's one downtrend line. You can see it's been flipped, right? Let's move it out to this one. All right, we can see that this has been broken above and flipped. And even if we come up to here, there's still room to the upside to confront this one. And in fact, that's actually, in my opinion, that's probably where we would end up going to. Where, you know, we would see price probably, at the very least, take out this level here. You know, doing something like this. And then either, you know, has continuation, or honestly would probably end up breaking back down and confronting this area again. Something like this. But yeah, I don't think that you have these, you know, equal highs here, literally just equal, hardly, none of which have been taken out yet, and you've deviated the low. To me, this just, you know, it's begging to get a move to the upside here, in my opinion. And it doesn't need BTC's permission to do that, right? That's why, like, for me, BTC, you know, BTC to me is more or less, I have very, very, like, low expectations of BTC for all of September, and you know, the high could be in. I mean, I could very well just be done with BTC as a whole, like in terms of looking at it to run to new highs. Yeah. I've said it before, I think we're at that part of the cycle where BTC just ranges or chills out and alts kind of have their time to shine. Specific alts, I don't know how deeply they'll run into some of these lower cap coins. And I've talked extensively about this, how all of the money that's in BTC right now, it's in the TradFi ecosystem. It's not in the crypto ecosystem. Back in the day, you know, 2017, 2015, 2020, even 2020, 2021, most of the money that was in these assets was in the crypto ecosystem. So if people sold their BTC, they sold it for USDT, which then they could very quickly and easily rotate into alts. They can't really do that anymore. So, you know, it's harder to tell how much money is actually available to rotate into some of these altcoins. So, yeah, for me, I would definitely look more at Bonk as probably getting some kind of a run up into this zone. I would maybe look to short here. But, you know, yeah, like I said, as a whole, I'm just generally not interested in shorting. Not interested in shorting alts. I would take this short on BTC, though. Yeah, I've thought a lot about it, and I want to change my stream schedule a little bit. You know, frankly, I have so much fun doing these and having you guys come and hang out and chat and stuff, and you know, it's just a good time, and I think that, you know, a lot of doing what we do is to enjoy and have fun and spend time with people and have a good time too. So I'm not going to do them 5 days a week, you know? And I'll do my streams, but of course, like, people in the Discord get all of my analysis and like my trade setups and everything like that too, more specifically like how I handle them or enter or close and stuff like that. So, you know, it's a balance. It's a balance, but yeah, I just have a good time. Been having fun. You know, now that I look at this, I don't think I am going to take this short. We'll see. Trading Light, what are you doing, buddy? All right, I'm going to go through and update my journal in the Discord. And we're going to wrap up our analysis on BTC. I'd like to look at something else. What did I say last week? Nice. All right, fundamentals, we have core PPI, and that is Wednesday, 7:30 a.m. We have core CPI, which is a big one, at Thursday, 7:30 a.m. And then we have consumer sentiment on Friday at 9 a.m. What? I just want to take a look at ETH quick, because I know we talked about ETH. Oh my god. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I said I wanted to short this area. I kind of like, I don't really want to. One, because there's a nice pocket of liquidity just right above this high right here. And two, because you have all these equal highs. And this right here is one of my personal favorite setups, like, of all time, where you know, you basically come up, sweep the highs, reject, get a move down. So we'll elaborate more on that, but I like this setup more than this one. I think that there could be a day trade here, and I could be missing out, but that's fine. You know, that's cool. I don't have to take every trade. We're not in tournament mode right now. I don't have to take every single trade and try to maximize shit. All right, let's look at the week. Develop a weekly bias. So we're holding the 21 on the week. There's a little bit of bullish divergence, targeting around 15, which is great. Yeah, with the way that the week's been behaving, yeah, let's say 116.8K would be the max high. And then the max low would be around 103.4. I actually don't think that we're going to get that move. Prices confronted that line. Wow, I like the way that it confronted it, though. I think that might reject. It had a really nice pop there. Let's see. I'm not going to short this, no. I think it's a decent setup. I think there's opportunity there, but yeah, no, I'm not going to short it. I just don't like it. Because of these equal highs here, I'm just not a fan. It could reject from here, but I mean, even seeing this reaction now. Okay, 1 minute time frame, holding as resistance. See if this closes below. It does. Looks like it will. M5 closed below, so it's acting as resistance still. M15. Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's pretty comfortable with the zone. I don't think I would short this. I would say it's pretty likely that it's going to run into this level here, 113.6. At the very least, yeah, just like right above here. Matter of fact. Yeah, I can see it. All right, let's get back to the week stuff. Hmm. 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 I'm just typing out all the stuff in the Discord here for the journal and the trading plan. Let's look at the daily time frame. Hmm. Yeah, it's holding this resistance. Look at that. Still holding this resistance. Pretty slow going, I might say. Here, give me 1 second, guys. I will be right back. Just give me like literally 2 minutes. We'll come back. We're going to finish this analysis. Yeah, it's rejecting from that level, but God, yeah, no bearish divergence. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good on not shorting there. I don't think it's gonna end up being a good move. All right. Got that posted in there. Looks good. So yeah, it's my general plan. We are rejecting from here. I think that's fine. I just, yeah, I'm just not crazy about entering short here. Obviously, there is some kind of rejection. Maybe it works out, but yeah, I'm just not overly optimistic on that. I would rather short this position up here. If given, right? ETH Nothing really new to talk about here. I'm still looking at this as my trading plan. Maybe we can move some of this stuff over. All right. Take a quick look at Sol. Yeah, dude, Sol's going to 420. I don't give a shit what anybody says, man. Sol's gonna do the fucking thing, man. It's gonna do that thing. Let me see if I have it on this one. Yeah. Yeah, it would be pretty crazy if it did it that quick, though. Has it been known to do something like that? Took like a month. Probably not. 66618. Yeah, if this was a bat, which seems more realistic. Probably look for it to run into here. 273. In which case, you know, enter short. Target minimum 181. God, I don't even want to think about that. Holy shit. Oh my God. Primary target would be 75. Yikes. Well, I'm not going to think too much about that right now, but yeah, potential short here for this harmonic. Which we're going to have to update. We'll go ahead and do throughout the week. For now, I like this level as an area of resistance. I think that it's likely that Sol runs into that level. Everything's probably going to have a wave of relief this week, you know, with the exception of BTC. I think BTC is probably going to form a range. ETH is a little bit in a tough spot. You know, it could expand up into here and just take out this local high, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's pretty tough to say. I don't think ETH looks, you know, overly great or anything. It's kind of the local range here. I'd basically look to deviate the local range. So we'll go ahead and call it on stream there. I'm going to be back in the morning, 8:30 Central Standard Time, and we'll go ahead and take a look at some of this stuff. If there's anything to follow up with later today, I'll go ahead and do so. Otherwise, I will kind of be around in the Discord if we have any questions. Like I said, you know, I'm not really keen on shorting alts, more keen on trading Bitcoin as a range and looking to long alts where you know, it seems to fit. That said, there are some key levels to the upside that I would definitely look to short alts on, but they're significantly higher, right? I'm not in any rush to be shorting alts is my point. So as always, guys, thanks for joining me. We're going to hop off and I will be back in the morning.